Hey, this is Josh from Moody Gardens, and we're here with Catalina Aguado Trail, who is featured in our brand new movie, Flight of the Butterflies 3D, on the largest screen in Texas. Catalina, thanks for joining us. Tell me a little bit about your role in making this movie.
My role was mainly to provide support to the filmmakers to make sure that they had the information correct. And whenever they asked me, is that okay, I would say yes or no. And it was a lot of fun being over there with them in the mountains. I enjoyed, for the very first time, seeing how they film movies. And, first take, second take, and it was very much fun to be there.
Now, when you've watched this movie, how realistic is it, and does it bring back great memories from back when you first discovered this hideaway?
Of course, it brings a lot of memories. It is really a fascinating going back to my youth, right? I remember all the adventures that I had, and certainly it makes me think about the beauty of the butterflies, and I wish I could go there every year and follow them as they pass through Texas.
What made you first decide to start getting into finding butterflies and butterfly conservation?
Well, I did not think about it. I was 10 years old when I decided to begin collecting some butterflies that were in my area, and I used to play with them in the rivers and just have fun with them. And it was only later when my husband read that little article in the Mexican paper, and he said, "Are you willing to go and do this?" And I thought about it for a little while, and I said yes. So then after that, we traveled to Ontario to meet with a professor, Fred Urquhart, and his wife. And like I said before, after hearing his story and his love for butterflies, we decided that it was going to be our quest. And we started that very year, 1974, to full-time go and look for the monarch butterflies.
What's it like being on the cover of National Geographic? Because there's not many people in the world that can say that.
At first, I didn't think much of it, to be honest with you. I think it was just, okay, well, I'm on the cover, and that's fine. And then I moved on with my life. I forgot about it until the SK Film company contacted me and told me that they were doing the movie and invited me to Mexico to observe doing the filming on location. And then, of course, everybody had the monarch butterfly magazine, with the cover, and they talked about it, and they seemed to be making a big deal out of it, and I wasn't sure, that it was that important for me because I did not think about it. But I can see now that everybody loves it, and of course, being connected with the monarch butterfly, I think it has a lot to do with that.
Well, and this movie does a great job of going well with our conservation message at Moody Gardens, so we're hoping that this can raise awareness for butterfly conservation. Tell the people what they can do to help.
One of the things we can do is prevent poisoning of butterflies, any kind of butterfly, but by not exposing them to pesticides or herbicides. And of course, the other one is to have a lot of milkweed for the butterflies to lay their eggs and for their caterpillars to grow and continue their migration to Mexico or to the north, actually, because they don't mate when they go to Mexico. So another thing that can be done also is to just be aware of how the drought does not allow the milkweed to germinate, and maybe try to mow those roads at a schedule when they allow the milkweed to remain in the ground and possibly seed, so that we can have seeds for the next generation in the bank of the soil.
Well, thanks, Catalina. We really appreciate it. And be sure to come by the MG 3D Theater at Moody Gardens to see our new movie, Flight of the Butterflies 3D.